Figure this shit out. My first time on this joint, so bear with me.
What else? What else? Facts. Facts. I had no business being out trash. I lived in a abandoned building. Facts. What else? What each kid your dad was in your life. What else? What else? Come on, facts. It's a whole hundred. What else? What else? Facts. Facts.
I mean, if y'all fucking with these jaws.
Word. They say smoking bad for my lungs, but I need it daily. The doof pop out the boat. You can call me Stanley. Broken down for three. Judging fancy down Cassie. If you jumping out the gym, you think you Jordan, they gon' air it. How the fuck is you preparing, nigga? Ran you down like you was Aaron. Blow your brains out just for staring. That's the shit be hearing. Know you heard them sirens blaring. Open book inside the bando. Fire shots inside your window. All I need is my extendo. You know these dudes is loose. They tryna aim at you. They tryna bang at you. You know what fame would do. You know what change you do. That shit'll change your view. If you aiming at me, then I'm aiming too. I know your thing was cool. You better watch your land, cause the way she move, nigga, you could be fooled. Oh my God. Back on my grind, and you know that I'm getting it. Who could be more wicked than that nigga head? Trigger finger itching, ain't no sip for good. You make statements, nigga, and you got witnesses. I understand how it is in the jungle. Had to maintain and keep it going under. Now I'm just mindful, and I keep it humble. Only true brothers could love. I'm from the city of brotherly love. You could get money or you could just love. R.I.P. to the boy being big. Guess he was going too early. Couldn't even get a burger. The way we living is unheard of. It's murder after murder after murder after murder after murder. I used to want to be a surgeon. Don't think I could carry that burden. How could you be that type person? Instead of my people is urgent. Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it's yours truly, the infamous one, Beloved Blaze, YB, Young Blaze, IB, Infamous Blaze. You know, I got 1,000 names. You know, just come with the territory. But so tonight I went to pop on, get a little session in, drop a little knowledge, do a little study. Um, already know I ain't gonna have nobody in the building. Just starting getting this shit flowing. So, um, push it forward. So tonight, what I'm gonna be talking about is basically. Let me start here. So most of my content is gonna be towards the fellas, the guys, the men, the males, us. Man, but I will have like miscellaneous content. I will have content for other situations. I will have content for females. Like this one, for instance, is typically is it's not for the females, but it's it's informative if they watch. If they don't know what I'm talking about, it's informative to them. But this is more so about us. so we could get a little bit better understanding of some of the things that be going on. So yeah, let's just dive in. So tonight my topic is, I don't know what I put in the chat. I mean, I don't know what I put for the title, but I know I put the actual title. One second. Okay. Bear with me. I'm reading this out for y'all. Like I said, we're gonna have a study. I ain't gonna necessarily break it down, but I'm at least drop the content. The title is Study Reveals Strong Genetic Connection Between Period, Pain, and Depression. Now, I chose this topic because it caught my attention. No bragging, no boasting, but I've had my share of relationships in my life, all different flavors, all different nationalities, all different ages. Always older or my age. I don't play with nothing younger than me, and I don't play with nothing that's underage. Never been that dude. Never will be that dude. I find that shit disgusting. But anywho, um, I choose this topic because as guys, it's a lot of things that we weren't taught. Like women were taught a lot of things about what to do to keep a guy, what to do to get a guy. Um, just certain things they was taught in the household that men aren't taught to do to get women, keep women, love women, show them compassion or feelings or emotions and things. So a lot of us are learning as we go. Made a lot of mistakes in relationships and shit. So it's a lot of things that females be going through that we have no fucking understanding about. And I thought that this would be a perfect start because niggas don't know about periods and shit like that, let alone that it could cause pain, which we know that's obvious. That's mad obvious. We know it's painful. But it also causes depression. That I didn't know. And that's my topic. That's my expertise. That's what my whole platform is based off. Dealing with depression, how to deal with it, how to cope, what's the signs, what's the symptoms. Um, just that whole everything. That whole shebang right there. That's my focus point. With that being said, like I said, let's just go ahead right in. Now this is on I got this. This is the source. It's from this is a story by Kristen Rogers. I know a lot of people might say this is not a good source, but this is CNN. It's the health website, and it's written by a reporter from CNN. Okay. The relationship between depression and period pain may be partly. She about to die. 1 second. My apologies. Laptop was about to die. All right, we up and running. We good. We charging. Okay. The relationship between depression and period pain may be partly genetically driven, a new study suggests. Up to 90% of people who menstruate experience pain during their periods. We all know that. I could only imagine how I feel to go through that every month. Like, I used to think you would get used to it, but you know, I couldn't imagine dealing with that every month. Like, it got to be a pain in the ass, and I could actually understand why that would cause depression. Like, knowing that shit coming at the beginning of the month, I mean, at the end of the month, whenever it come, when it's coming up to that time, how that shit could make you like. Anyway, for some, that pain is severe and linked with symptoms of depression, which are often thought to be a result of the intense throbbing or cramps. But a new study published Wednesday in the journal Briefings in Bioinformatics suggests it may be depression causing period pain due to specific genes the authors identified, while other researchers said the interplay of internal mechanisms is more complicated than that. Depression and menstrual pain significantly impact women's lives across the world, yet their connection remains poorly understood. Lead author Dr. John Mororos, dean and professor at the School of Science at Z and Jiaotong, Liverpool University in China, said via email, "Our collective goal is to critically investigate these issues and improve care for women by uncovering these complex connections and finding better ways to address them." Menstrual pain is known as dysmenorrhea, which occurs in the pelvic or abdomen for typically up to 3 days once the bleeding starts. Previous studies have shown a correlation between dysmenorrhea and depression, but didn't establish a causal relationship at the genetic level, Mororo said. We used a clever approach called Mendelian randomization, he said. This method works like nature's experiment. It uses genetic data to see if having certain genes linked to depression also makes people more likely to have menstrual pain. This helps us understand cause and effect without the need to test it directly on people. Wow. The authors collected the genetic data of around 600,000 people from European populations and 8,000 from East Asian populations from various sources, including the UK Biobank study, Genomics Consortium, and FinGen, a large scale research project in genomics and personalized medicine. Next, we use bioinformatics, Mororo said. It helps us find patterns in the genes and biological pathways that connect depression and menstrual pain. The study contends it has demonstrated a significant causal relationship between depression and dysmenorrhea, with the mood disorder increasing the odds of menstrual pain by 1.51 times or 51%. The authors found several genetic pathways and proteins through which depression may affect reproductive function. It's deep. If you listening and you could kind of decipher what I'm reading, um, it's actually deep. It's if you think about it, I don't think we as men really like consider like what they actually go through every month with their periods or their menstrual cycles, as well as even carrying babies. Like, those are two things that we would never be able to understand or fathom. What women go through in that sense, or the burden or the just the thing that they carry as women. All the things that they can do that we aren't able to. That actually keeps the world going on. So we can, in my opinion, going forward, knowing these types of things, maybe it'll help us be a little bit more understanding at times. Um, okay, so The research team also found that sleeplessness experienced by some people with depression may worsen the link between depression and dysmenorrhea. No evidence was found to support a causal effect of dysmenorrhea on depression. However, the author said the findings helped expand the important and often overlooked discussion around mental health and period pain. I'm excited about some of the potential for some of these larger database style studies, especially as more genetic testing is advancing, said Dr. Anne Marie Amis Oskliger, professor of obstetrics and gynecology at the University of Washington School of Medicine. She wasn't involved in the new research. But there are also concerns about some of the study's broader assertions, according to Amy's Oskaliger and other experts. Where I think the paper's falling short is that because there's a strong genetic connection, you attributed that as a casual relationship, and I think it's still a stretch, said Dr. Claudio Soros, president of the Menopause Society and professor in the Department of Psychiatry and Queen's University School of Medicine in Kingston, Ontario. Soros also wasn't involved in the study. They say there's a two-way street between mood and painful periods. Many people who have depression or other mood disorders experience pain more acutely, said Amis Olskiliger, also chair of the Committee for Clinical Consensus Gynecology at the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists. That increased intensity is due to how the brain interprets and experiences pain signals and the depression limiting one's ability to cope with pain, she added. But Amise, I ain't saying that name no more, but Amise said she also wouldn't tell someone with dysmenorrhea she must have this gene, since for many, some level of pain during menstruation is normal. Primary dysmenorrhea is caused by highly active prostaglandins, the chemicals that cause the uterus to contract during the menstrual cycle, Amise said. We're going to call her Amise O because her last name is, this is how you spell her last name, Oelschlager. So every time I say that word and y'all be like, oh, he messing up what he can't read. No, it's not that I can't read. I can read very well. I articulate, read, comprehend extremely well. I may be a little nervous right now, so I'm kind of like stuttering over words or whatever. But no, that's just a crazy ass last name. It's kind of hard to pronounce, and it's a lot of wild words in here. It's a lot of medical terms in here. It's a lot of doctors in here. So it's a lot of other country names in here. So bear with me a little bit, but we're gonna get through it. I'm gonna keep pushing. Ain't shit gonna stop me. Like it's full throttle. Um, where was that at? All right, so Amy said that's why ibuprofen is so effective because it's a prostaglandin inhibitor, meaning it's probably like, well, I mean, it's ibuprofen, so we know what that does. It takes the pain away, but it's saying it's a pain inhibitor. We know. All right. The disorder is also associated with early menopause, Soros said. I didn't know that. Additionally, the Mendelian randomization method assumes there are no environmental factors that could influence someone's depression status, period, pain, or genetics, which contradicts the fact that the relationship between those things can be multifactorial, and different for everyone, experts said. There are probably also underlying mechanisms making people more vulnerable to having both depression and dysmenorrhea, source said. Since the study doesn't have more personal data at an individual level, it's unclear whether differences in individual severity and treatment of depression will also affect the results. Amy's O said. See, I did that, Amy's O. On the other hand, experts noted that the opposite relationship, period pain, or reproductive shifts preceding depression, has occurred in both human and animal research and clinical practice. We know, quotations, we know that's true in patients with some chronic pelvic pain conditions, something we call central sensitization, where the brain becomes more sensitive to even normal stimuli and starts to feel them as painful, said Dr. Hugh Teller, the Anita O'Keefe Young Professor and Chair of the Department of Obstetrics, Gynecology, and Reproductive Sciences at the Yale School of Medicine. Teller wasn't involved in this study. In animal models, endo, endometriosis, endometriosis, a secondary cause of dysmenorrhea, led to depression. Endometriosis is a chronic disease in which tissues similar to the uterine lining grow outside rather than inside the uterus, causing pain and fertility issues. I'm not gonna lie, that sounds painful. You know, the way it's even described, it sounds like it's painful. It says that it's a chronic disease that the the tissues that are similar to the uterine lining, they grow outside instead of inside of the uterus. So there's no telling how many women actually have that problem. Like I've dealt with females that when they junk come on in a month, it's not that bad. Sometimes it might be a little bad, and then other times it's like a regular day. You know, might have a little stomach or whatever, but they get there. Then I've been with some females where it's like they damn near be dying. You know, I'm talking about they be leaking. Like I'm talking about. So I wonder if they even know if they could possibly have this and not know it. But I could see how a lot of these things would cause depression. Like I have depression and I don't go through shit like that. So it says, and women with dysmenorrhea may be more likely to experience postpartum depression. Experts have also known for years that having your first period at an early age increases your risk for depression, source said. Wow. Now imagine that. Imagine how many women have got their period at an early age. I think way more than not, right? Especially in this time. Like maybe back in the day they might have got them a little bit later in life, but I think in this time they definitely come in early. Like I have a child. I mean, and they some children they shits come early. It's really out of your control. It's nothing you could do. But it said, but having your first period at an early age increases your risk for depression. That's deep. That's really deep. That's really deep. So these are some things, just in case there's any women watching. It says managing depression and painful periods. If you're experiencing dysmenorrhea Amy's O wants you to know a few things. First, it doesn't mean you're simply depressed, but secondly, if the pain is interfering with your life and not alleviated by treatments such as ibuprofen or heating pads, you should seek out an ele- eval- evaluation for mood disorders and secondary causes of dysmenorrhea, which can include uterine fibroids, an infection, or ovarian cysts. In additional, in addition to endo, 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 endometriosis. Endometriosis. There we go. Endometriosis. This type of integrated health care can lead to more personalized treatments, better outcomes, and reduce the stigma surrounding mental and reproductive health issues among women, Moraro said. Additionally, methods methods experts know to be effective in treating period pain can also improve depression. Amy's O said, such as exercise, yoga, stress reduction techniques, dietary changes, and good sleep, quality and quantity. Medication can be helpful when none of those things work. And that is the end of the study. That was kind of fire. I've learned a few things that I didn't know. Um, I hope you did as well. And like I said, my whole deal is I want to touch the men. Pause. I want to my message is dedicated towards the men. Be said that way. I mean, be said that way. My message is dedicated towards the men. Um, Anywhere from 16 young men, 15, 16 to I would say 35, 36. But I'm not opposed to anybody else that I'm able to reach because I feel like what I'm doing and what I'm trying to do is supposed to reach millions. You know, I feel like my message is needed. Fuck, I feel like it's needed. I know it's needed. I know what I have is needed so the world to see. I'm here to open eyes up. And I'm here to have your shit like this. Like, oh, man, we here to help each other though. That's what we do. We help each other. Still sharpen steel, iron sharpens iron, however the saying go. You know, men sharpen men. You know, we help each other out. We build on each other. We don't hate each other. We don't have the crab mentality over here. We don't have that crab in the bucket mentality over here. It's not welcome. We don't have we don't want the evil mind state over here. Over here we welcome everybody, but we welcome positive energy only. Ain't doing no drama over here. All of my topics are related to my life, my story, or just a random my opinion, my outlook, or my outtake on something. There's never no shots. It's never going to be specifically dedicated to a specific person or, I mean, a judgment towards anybody. My mission is all about if you listen to what I say to you and not listen to who's saying it to you, or if you listen to what I'm dropping on you and not focus on anything else, like if you focus on my gap, you in the wrong place. If you focus on my nose, you in the wrong place. If you focus on what my sexuality is, you in the wrong place. If you focus on where I live, where I stay, how many kids I got, how many, like, if you focus on anything outside of the message that I'm bringing, you are in the wrong place. I need people around me that's going to help me to elevate and build, not bring me down. That energy is not welcome here. It will be cut off immediately. I assure you that. We did not come to play. There's a time for everything. And this is not the time for it. But hopefully this can maybe help you with your, especially the younger dudes. I ain't really talking to the older dudes. Like, we already know what time it is. These are for any of the younger dudes that's watching my videos, or any of the older dudes that wasn't taught like me. Like, it's a lot of things that I wasn't taught. So it's a lot of things I'm learning now. I'm catching up on. I'm a little late too. Mind you, I was a late bloomer. I mean, a late bloomer. Maybe I ain't hit puberty or nothing until, like, I think, like, 12th grade or after high school. So it's a lot of things but I never been slacking. I always been a smart nigga. Like, I always been smart. I just, a lot of times I would steer in the wrong direction. So I'm doing my due diligence to try to steer the younger generation in a better direction than what I did. Maybe I could prevent them with my story from making decisions that I made a lot in my life. So take care of your lady, man. Now you know. What she might be going through during those times of the month. You already knew, but I'm saying now you might have a deeper, like, analogy. You might have a deeper understanding on, like, what's really going on inside of there and what they be going through. Because a lot of times we don't see the depression. A lot of times we get the anger. That's what we get. We get the anger. We don't get that it's depressing you. So, yeah. Good info. Next time I'll be back, because actually I like this. I actually like this. It's therapeutic. So yeah, till next time. It's the boy Blaze. I'm out. I'm gonna drop a track real quick just before I get up out of here. Just so y'all can see. We got shit going on. We working. Niggas ain't just playing around. We working a little bit.
Tours are going to be up to 50% off for Cyber Monday. Santa's going to need a bigger sleigh.
Yeah, I am.
He is.
It's Squad B, nigga. Back in the booth, man. It's been a couple of years, but I'm back. You already know. Northfield, stand up. It's like I go into these spells sometimes where I'm in a whole nother realm. But fuck it, I'ma go hard regardless. I'm sitting in my room and I'm thinking about my problems. Nothing that bitches raw, 2 kids, that's my outcome. Gotta get my mind right. It's feeling like I'm fucking up. I'm staring in this mirror like, Blaze, what the fuck is up? My wall's closing in. My ears getting tight, time rolling past. These bitches be my kryptonite. So I gotta break the habit, something like a Kit Kat. Yeah, I call Snoop like where to lick at. Oh, he told me come and get that. And that's a 10-4. He copied that, I got the message like a dispatch. Something to clear my mind before I get that click clap. Cause niggas be scheming, I swear they scheming. They be on their wicked game shit like the weekend. But I see my daughter smiling while she dreaming. Shit, so I be damned if she see me fail. Just to see her have heaven, I go through hell. Give him a bid, I guarantee these pussies tell. Comical ass niggas, Steve Carell. Claiming they hood or some dime cells. You never carry no rock to use a fumbler. Never trapped in your life, see you's a customer. Stay tucking them ducks, your whole smuggler. All talk, no action, you no grumbler. So stop faking, pussy nigga, be safe.
What it is, what he talking about? What it is, what he talking about? What it is, what he talking about? Just spitting my pain, just spitting my pain. What it is, what he talking about? What it is, what he talking about? What it is, what he talking about? Just spitting my pain, just spitting my pain.
Now I ask why the Lord gave me a baby girl, knowing damn well my mind ain't right. Praying to God every day that my baby girl never walk in on daddy bagging up late night. What? I tell her that the damn clouds ain't white, or just the daddy mind ain't right to put food on the table and remain faithful. Plus optimistic, this life I done lived it. Cooked by the eighth, bud off the border, money in the safe, boats on the water. I ain't no hustler, but lived as a hustler. Before my daughter, I kill motherfuckers. Like Clinton, I build motherfuckers. All my niggas around me, they some drill motherfuckers. Yeah, I said real motherfuckers. And for me, my niggas kill motherfuckers.
Huh? Hey, I'll play that one for y'all next time. I'll play this one next time.